There are two things separating a soft, undefined jawline from a sharp one, and almost nobody explains them clearly. It's not a jaw exerciser gadget. It's not mewing alone. It's not genetics you can't touch either. It's a mix of body fat percentage, posture, and muscle tone in specific places most people never train. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what builds a defined jaw and visible cheekbones, the real mechanisms, the fastest levers you actually control, and what's simply outside your control. No gimmicks. 1. Why your jawline is hidden in the first place. Here's the part nobody tells you first. Your jawline and cheekbones are already there. Bone doesn't disappear. What's covering them is fat and fluid. Everyone carries a layer of subcutaneous fat across the face, and for most people, the jaw and lower cheeks are where it shows first. It's one of the last places fat clears when you lose weight, and one of the first places it shows up when you gain it. That means the single biggest lever for jaw definition isn't a face exercise. It's overall body fat percentage. Men typically start seeing real jawline definition emerge somewhere around 12 to 15% body fat, and cheekbone definition becomes more visible even before that, as facial fat is often looser than jaw fat. This is the uncomfortable truth most jawline hack videos skip. No amount of chewing gum reveals a jawline that's still covered in fat. 2. The fat loss piece, what actually moves the needle. You don't need a complicated diet. You need a consistent calorie deficit and enough protein to hold onto muscle while you lose fat. The basics that work. Protein first. Roughly 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. Chicken, eggs, fish, lean beef, Greek yogurt. This preserves your jaw and neck muscle tone while fat drops. A modest calorie deficit. Around 300 to 500 calories under maintenance. Aggressive crash diets often cause loose, hollow-looking skin instead of a sharp look. Cut liquid calories and excess sodium. Sugary drinks and high-sodium processed food cause fluid retention that puffs up the face specifically. This is often why someone looks noticeably different in the morning versus after a salty dinner the night before. Sleep and hydration. Poor sleep spikes cortisol, which promotes fluid retention and facial puffiness. Drinking enough water, counterintuitively, reduces water retention, not increases it. This is the slow and steady lever. It's also the one that actually works, not overnight, but permanently. 3. The muscle piece, jaw, neck, and chewing muscles. Once body fat is addressed, muscle tone underneath adds the final sharpness. The masseter, your main chewing muscle, sits right at the jaw hinge, and a stronger, more defined masseter visibly squares off the jawline. Simple exercises that build this. Resistance chewing. Sugar-free hard gum, chewed for 10 to 15 minutes a day, works the masseter directly. Don't overdo this daily for hours. Overtraining the masseter can actually widen the jaw more than sharpen it, which isn't the goal for most people. Jaw clenches, controlled. Gently clench your back teeth for 10 seconds, release, repeat 10 times. Controlled tension, not maximum force. Neck curl-ups. Lying down, chin tucked, gently lift your head an inch off the floor and hold. This tightens the muscles under the chin that cause a double chin look even at lower body fat. Posture correction, the most underrated one. A forward head position, the posture from hours of looking down at a phone, pushes the jaw and neck muscles into a slack position, hiding the jawline entirely. Simply pulling your chin back and keeping your ears stacked over your shoulders instantly makes the jawline look sharper, no fat loss required. This isn't about achieving a gadget-built jaw, it's about tightening what's already there. 4. What about cheekbones specifically? Cheekbones are trickier. The bone structure itself is fixed by genetics, but visibility depends almost entirely on the fat layer sitting on top of it and slightly under the eyes. Lowering overall body fat is still the #1 lever here too. Facial puffiness from poor sleep, alcohol, and high sodium hits the under eye and cheek area especially hard. Cutting these back often reveals cheekbone definition faster than people expect. Smiling and cheek-lifting facial exercises have limited evidence behind them for structural change, so don't rely on cheek yoga as a primary strategy. Treat it as a minor bonus, not the plan. Lighting and grooming genuinely matter for how defined cheekbones look on camera or in photos. Slightly angled light from above accentuates the bone structure that's already there. Be honest with yourself here. Someone with a naturally wider or rounder face shape will see a different ceiling than someone with a naturally narrow one. That's genetics, and no amount of hacks changes bone width. What you can control is revealing the sharpest version of your own structure. 5. The realistic timeline. Within a week of cutting sodium and sugary drinks and fixing sleep, most people notice less morning puffiness, a fast, misleading win that isn't fat loss, just fluid. Around 4 to 6 weeks of a real calorie deficit, actual facial fat starts to visibly reduce. By 8 to 12 weeks, combined with the muscle and posture work, the jawline and cheekbones most people are chasing become clearly visible. Not because of a hack, but because the fat covering them is gone and the muscle underneath is finally doing its job. There's no 3-day fix. Anyone promising that is selling something. So let's be real for a second. You've probably tried the jaw gum, maybe the mewing videos, the face yoga, the 5-minute jawline hack that promised results by Friday. And maybe none of it worked, not because you did it wrong, but because it was never the actual lever to pull. The lever is boring. It's a calorie deficit that actually holds. It's protein at every meal so you keep muscle while you lose fat. It's standing up straight instead of hunching over your phone 8 hours a day. It's training the muscles under your jaw and through your neck the same way you'd train any other muscle. With resistance, with reps, with time. And it's laying off the sodium and the drinks that leave your face looking soft and swollen by morning. None of this is exciting. None of it fits in a 15-second hook. But it's the version that's actually true. And unlike genetics, unlike bone structure, this part is completely in your hands. You don't need a jawline, you already have one. You just need to stop hiding it and start doing the work that reveals it. Start today.